got the, maybe not technically the newest Warrior because they've signed people afterward, but certainly one of the newest Warriors.
One of the most important.
And one of the happiest new Warriors, D'Angelo Russell, who comes in the sign and trade from the Brooklyn Nets. Big contract after an all-star season. Congratulations on all that stuff.
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm curious about, because you know we read all this stuff as it's happening. We read it online, we see the tweets, etc. From your perspective, when did you get aware that the Warriors were even a possibility for you?
Man, you know, when some of those big fish got off the market, it opened up a lot of doors for some of us younger guys, honestly. So when some of those dudes made decisions, we kind of, you know, had the opportunity to take advantage of it.
You knew when Durant and Kyrie Irving signed, you were probably moving somewhere else. Did you immediately think it would be Golden State? What was your agent telling you? What were you hearing?
There was multiple opportunities. You know, a few teams came to the light, but we weren't sure what we were going to really be, which ones was going to take full effect. And then, like I said, some of those plays played out, and it made it easier for us.
D'Angelo, first of all, congratulations. Great season last year, being with the Warriors. My question for you is, playing with Steph Curry now with Klay Thompson out, you're going to have an opportunity to have the ball in your hand and possibly move Steph to play some off guard. How excited are you about playing with a guy and your assist numbers have the opportunity to go up playing with a great shooter like Steph Curry?
Man, I think it's a luxury, you know, just to have players of that caliber, you know, him, Klay, and all the other guys that, you know, are shooting the ball at a high clip. I think that's what's dominating the game and opening the game up for guys. Like you said, man, you add guys that can shoot, dribble, and pass at that level. I think the sky's the limit.
You ran more pick and roll plays as an individual than the Warriors did as a team last season. That's really not been their bread and butter sort of play. They signed Willie Cauley-Stein as a teammate. That leads everyone to believe that maybe that's going to be a bigger part of their game next season. What kind of conversations have you had with the Warriors about style of play and what you're going to be doing?
I think this is a prime example of an organization and a system offensively that takes advantage and maximizes each individual player. So they've done a great job adapting any player that's come to their roster. So I'm not worried at all about, you know, what style of play I'm gonna have to adapt to. I know it's gonna be special.
D'Angelo, look, being the second pick of the draft, highs and lows, and now at a high, making your first All-Star team, going to a great organization like Golden State. When you talk to younger players now, especially that's being drafted now, coming into the league, what advice do you give them? Because you've seen it all. You've been at the top, second pick of the draft, hit some lows, and now you built your game back up to where you're an all-star caliber player. What advice do you give those young guys?
Honestly, I think, you know, when you're a young guy coming into the league, you're afraid to ask questions and utilize the guys that are around you, you know. So I would say with any young guy coming in, if you're thinking it, if you're breathing it, whatever questions you're thinking about asking, do it, let it go, you know, and I think that'll help prepare you for what you're signing up for. You don't know what you're signing up for once you come into the league. So I think that's the best way to be prepared for it.
And I guess that holds true for the Warriors as well. But what has been your perception of this team? Because they've been at the top of the heap since you arrived in the league.
Yeah. Like I said, a prime example of offensively a team that maximizes each player. Steve Curry and his guys, they do a great job of putting guys in that position. It's a winning culture that's already established. I think when you're around players of Hall of Fame caliber, you have no other route to take but, you know, adapt to what they're doing. And that's all I can ask for, being in the situation.
How has your game changed? What was the significant change for you from last year, from prior years to last year, making that big jump to being an all-star, consistent player, being a go-to guy? What would you say the biggest change in your game occurred?
Opportunity. This league's about opportunity. Brooklyn gave me a great opportunity to do me and do what I do best. And we had great guys around it that helped orchestrate that as well. And I thank them for giving me that opportunity. I think in this league, you either have it or you don't. You either have the opportunity or you don't. And those guys have to make in-between decisions. So just wanted to be one of the guys that go to a situation that allows me to be me.
Well, you were one of the guys on that roster who had been other places and hadn't maybe had the best experience and then really thrived in Brooklyn in particular. And to me, from the outside, that's what leads guys like Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving to want to play there, because they see the culture development.
Yeah, they're doing it right.
They see the way they've maybe at some points played above their talent level even. What would you say to people around the league about your experience in Brooklyn and what they're doing right?
They're doing it, man. I give nothing but high praise and credits to Sean Marks and Kenny Atkins and his coaching staff. You see all the guys that have went their own ways from their coaching staff and blossomed with other teams. I think just the understanding of, performance and court at the same time, off the court and on the court when it comes to taking care of your body and recovery, they're really bought into that. And you see the success from each individual player. There's a guy that comes out of nowhere that makes that leap, and they figured it out. I think so.
I tell you what, man, I'm jealous. Look at the places he's played.
I was just thinking
LA, New York,
True luxury.
San Francisco.
Yeah.
You have had a for a blessed life.
It's a true luxury, man.
And by the way, it's a good thing you get a nice contract as well, because these are the most expensive places to live in America.
You're going to need that.
I know that much, too.
Where do you see them taxes?
You go from Brooklyn to San Francisco.
I know that
wow.
much. I know that much. I'm truly blessed, though, to be in this position, man.